I was recently asked a question, and I'll quote it. Isn't sterilization an interference with nature's processes? Isn't it cruel to cats? The person who asked, let's call her Victoria, wasn't necessarily condemning the practice, but questioned the seeming enthusiasm for spaying and neutering one's own cats. So, let's talk about this like adults, directly and honestly. Let's use Victoria as an example. Imagine you, Victoria, were taken in by an owner who believed everything should be natural. What would happen? The natural state of any living creature, including cats and humans, is unfortunately the same. Imagine you were a young girl, taken into a home. Puberty arrives, hormones surge. You experience the intense need for sexual release. But there's a problem. You're a child and self-gratification is impossible. Imagine this denial for a month, a year, 3 years. Your hormones raging, your body developing, while you're trapped, frustrated, and deprived. You'd experience immense stress, leading to potential health problems, including increased risk of cancer and other chronic illnesses. This is because the constant hormonal surge is not relieved naturally. This is due to the constant stress and lack of natural release. This hormonal imbalance is a serious concern for long-term health and contributes greatly to numerous ailments. Let's say your owner decides to let you outside. Immediately, you are approached by neighborhood cats, the feline equivalent of street people. They are not concerned with health or hygiene and may transmit diseases. You are exposed to a high risk of infections, STIs, and other health issues. Even if your owner attempts responsible breeding by bringing home male cats from neighbors, the risk of STIs and unwanted pregnancies remain high. There's no guarantee against STIs even with male cats from neighbors. Cats do not receive proper STI testing the same way humans do, and there is no foolproof method to prevent the transmission of these diseases. You could become pregnant multiple times per year, each pregnancy draining your calcium, vitamins, and overall health. You are weakened, exhausted, and unable to care for yourself, let alone your kittens. After 3 years of this, you're worn out, yet still forced to continue breeding. The constant breeding cycle causes significant physical and mental strain for the female. Your health is severely compromised, and the constant cycling leads to a sharp decline in your quality of life. Your owner, convinced they're being natural, neglects your health and well-being. Someone might suggest hormonal birth control pills, but even one pill dramatically increases your risk of feline cancer. Feline cancer screenings are expensive and not often performed. Consequently, you may die a painful death, riddled with tumors. And what of your kittens? Many will end up abandoned and dead. It's incredibly difficult to find homes for even one kitten, and the sheer number of unwanted kittens leads to euthanasia or abandonment, even in areas with many animal shelters. This is a stark reality of uncontrolled feline breeding. Many people believing in natural breeding fail to grasp the devastating consequences. Those who advocate for natural breeding often fail to take responsibility when faced with the realities of the many kittens resulting from their choices. They'll claim that circumstances prevent them from taking in even one kitten. A true cat rescuer sees the harsh reality of dying, neglected kittens daily, a far cry from the cute kitten videos on TikTok. After your first call saying, "Our cat had kittens again," you'll understand the sheer volume of unwanted kittens and the devastating consequences of uncontrolled breeding. It's easier to spay or neuter your own cat than to deal with the countless kittens and the ensuing health complications. One pill can cause cancer, so is this really a natural approach? This also applies to male cats. If someone claims neutering is cruel, ask them to abstain from self-gratification for life. Then, ask them to take care of all the resulting kittens of a female cat that remains unspayed. They would soon comprehend the enormous responsibility involved. Consider adopting or spaying/neutering your cat, and if you have kittens, find them responsible homes. There's plenty of advice available online to ensure a longer, happier life for your pet.